very warm welcome to Let's Get It On with me, Suzanne Letting. Each week we're going to be listening to brand new releases from artists all over the globe. So now's the time to grab that cup of tea, that cup of coffee, or even a glass of wine as we get lost in some fabulous music.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, hello and a very warm welcome to your Saturday night with me, Suzanne Letting, here on Let's Get It On. Well, it's Valentine's Day. Wow, could you believe the show would land on Valentine's Day? Now, I am recording the show early because by the time you're listening to this, I am somewhere travelling around New Zealand. I'm hoping I get a chance to listen in to you all. So I hope you're going to have a fun night tonight. Please forgive me if I don't give you too much explanations about each artist, because as you know, I am away at the moment, so I'm trying to record the shows in advance so that all the music submissions that I have had are not going to go to waste, and I'll be catching up with a lot of submissions when I get back. So if I haven't had your Valentine's track in time, I'm really sorry, but I can't help it. There's just so much to do before I go away. So I'm going to attempt to give you a feel for Valentine's Day, and I hope you've been thoroughly spoilt today, and I hope if you are out, you'll catch up with the show afterwards and you'll enjoy listening to these tracks. First up is from multi-instrumentalist Roland LaRocque with a beautiful track called Lover's Moon. Now, this reminded me of a Billy J. Kramer track, and of course Roland does 50s, 60s and 70s and all sorts of music covers, and I think you'll agree with me, this is a perfect one to start our Valentine's Day show.
There's a lover's moon tonight as I look back over my shoulder. All the stars are shining bright, just like the nights when I used to hold her. She's out there somewhere under the lover's moon. Lover's moon, won't you shine for me? I'm dancing with a memory. I wish I may, I wish I might have one last chance to hold her tight. Waiting, I know she's waiting. I know she waits for me under the lover's moon. There's a lover's moon tonight shining down on half of this world. So many souls are in its light, but for me there is just one girl, and she's waiting. I know she's waiting. I know she waits for me under the lover's moon. Under the lover's moon.
That was Roland Larocque there with Lover's Moon. Wasn't that beautiful? I really enjoyed that, Roland. Thank you so much for sending that in. I've got a few more from Roland coming up in the next few weeks for you, so you've got a real opportunity to get to know, like and love his music. Now then, the next artist, I've had this album for a little while but not had the opportunity yet to share some music from it for you, but this is Icicle from the new album Silence. This is My Heart, and another fitting one for us to kick off a Valentine's Day show.
Always knew you'd see me home.
That was Icicle there from the new album Silence. That was My Heart. Now I'm going to follow that up with another track from Danny Tomeo from the album Survivor. This is a sentiment that I have always believed in. Live your life now. It goes by all too quickly, and my new single, which is coming out very shortly, is called Live It Up, and I think that's what we should all do. Live each day as if it's our last, and treat everybody with the respect that they deserve, because what goes out comes back. Was the incredible Danny Tomeo there from the album Survivor. That was Live Your Life Now. Julian Marsh is up next, giving us a wonderful message. Power to the people. This is the Soulful House Radio Mix, and all power to you. Thank you for listening to my show, and thank you for listening to all these wonderful artists. All power to you. was the incredible Julian Marsh there with Power to the People. Now, I've just had a quick look at my itinerary, so while you're at home listening to the show, I'm going to be having either high tea or a Singapore sling at the Raffles Hotel in Singapore. Then I'll be departing Singapore, ready to arrive in Auckland the next day. But enough of that. What have I got up next for you? Well, Liquid Soul is up next. This is a Project K remix of Liquid Lunch. So I hope you enjoy this remix. As I said to you before, lots of artists collaborate with other artists and they do remixed versions of the original tracks to add different elements in and to give the track a completely different feel. So this is Liquid Soul, which is the Project K remix by Liquid One Inc. That was Liquid One Inc. there with Liquid Soul, but it was the Project K remix of that track. Now, Black Like have also got a remix of their track, Buried Alive. This is the St. Paul remix from the Buried Alive album, and I wanted to share this remix with you because, again, gives you a different artistry, a different creativity, a different feel with different elements in this track.
be the last time I fall on bended knees. This obsession is keeping me buried alive, intertwined, I can't turn the chapter. For you I bleed eternally. This obsession is keeping me barely alive. Lost my mind in any more disaster. For you I bleed eternally.
Was Black Light with Buried Alive there. That was the maxi single, and that was the St. Paul remix version of that track. It's a funny thing, you know, creating the show in advance. I normally do it on a week-to-week basis so that I scoop up all the new releases as they're being released, but as I'm doing this in advance, it's given me the opportunity to go back over the submissions and deliver some tracks that I've had in my pocket for you. So I'm hoping you're enjoying me going back a little bit in time and also forward with new releases that I've managed to catch before I record the show. Now, next up is another track from Isis Signum, who I'm really enjoying listening to at the moment. And this is from their album Retro Futuro. This is Electromagnetica. I had to say that really slowly. Let me say that again. Electromagnetica, featuring Dirty Princess. Electromagnetica.
Electromagnética, energética, controversial, kissing on the disco. Underground club, metro station. I'm not fashion. I don't care about the radio DJs playing all around charts in the music world. Electromagnética, energética.
Oh, I just love the way that track started. That was Isis Signum there with Electromagnetica featuring Dirty Princess. And I'm looking forward to sharing more from that album for you because it's one to watch, I think. They say, you know, that electronic music and synth music resonates in some people's brains and actually calms people down rather than wind people up. And that's so true of all sorts of music, isn't it? Now, I, for one, cannot do heavy metal. I don't know why, my brain just will not take it in. But I can do R&B, I can do jazz, I can do synth, I can do classical, but I can't do heavy rock. And I wonder why that is. If anybody knows, please let me know because it's an interesting topic to talk about. Next up, from the Dream Shore EP, I've got another track from Code 89. This is Deep Dance. was Code 89 there from the Dream Shore EP. That was Deep Dance. Now I'm off to get a cup of tea, so perfect time for you to go and grab that cup of tea, that cup of coffee, that glass of wine, or the pint of ale, as Lord Duncan of the Folly would say, while I get ready for set 2. Just for you here on Let's Get It On. Right, I'm all refreshed after my cup of tea, so I'm ready for set 2. Are you? First up is Soap Note from the album Arpeggi. This is Brick Wall. Soap Note there from the album Arpeggi. That was Brick Wall, a very interesting artist for you to get to know, like and love. They are on Spotify. You'll also find them on Instagram. Next up is Arcavoid from the album Astheria. This is Over the Limit, and I tell you what, I can really imagine myself driving my little Beastie TT to this track. And yes, you've guessed it, they are all going into the Beastie Tracks playlist, which is on Spotify. You'll be able to find that on my Facebook page. All the links are there for you to catch up, and you can listen to them again without me blabbling away in the background. So here is Arcavoid with Over the Limit. way the artists on my show set us a stage, don't they? They are musical artists and they set the stage, and that track certainly did. You got that imagination going, didn't you? The minute you heard that engine revving like it did. Well, I'm going to take you on another journey now because Jessie Mack is up next. This is from the album Chronicles of Castle Black, and this is Eldrick. This album is doing great guns at the moment on all streaming platforms, and it's certainly one that I think you should be downloading. Was Jessie Mack there from the brilliant album Chronicles of Castle Black, and that was Eldrick. BMX Escape is up next from the album Along the Bay. This is Along the Bay, and what a beautiful track it is too. was BMX Escape there with Along the Bay. What a beautifully orchestrated track that was too. Next up, Outrunner is featured on a track from Dream Pocket. This is Drift Off, and it's from the Drift Off and the Remixes album. Now, Outrunner is an excellent guitarist, and you'll hear some of those wonderful guitar riffs in this track. Did I tell you? Wonderful instrumentation there and some beautiful guitar riffs there from Outrunner. Next up is Blind Cobra. This is from the album Music for Haunted Forests, and this is The Shape of the Sword. was Blind Cobra from the album Music for Haunted Forests. That was The Shape of the Sword. Brilliant track that was. Now next up, I'm going to change the tempo for the last two tracks of set 2 just to get you in the mood for set 3, which as you know is the Palette Changers. So first up is a new band that we haven't played before. This is Nightshade the Band, and this is their track All I Want.
For so long I've loved you, that is why
hope you got all that you wanted this Valentine's Day. That was the Nightshade Band with All That I Want. Now, the next artist, I've gone back in time a little bit to bring you another track from the amazing Dora Gola. This is from her debut album, Dance with Danger. This is Oh You Wild Thing. She has such a distinctive sound, Dora. She weaves her Celtic sort of background into some ethereal vocals and then some shamanic drumming into her tracks, which I think just grab the heart of you. So this is Oh You Wild Thing by Dora Gola, and she is going to set us up really nicely for set 3, which, as you know, is the palette changers, the opportunity for other artists to have their music on the show.
Oh, you wild
Leave your forest glow with hot-foot lovers. Spread your limbs out wide with a brazen ochre. With a hawk and a lion and a virgin sunset. Hot pheromones tremble into half-light. Dance with the wolf and your bear will suffer. Pharaoh of desire, resound through the children of Gaia. Join her, form the choir of wild things. Strum the chords of the world to the landslide room. If you catch my throat, I'll cry like a widow. Vibration calls, the soul goes with a remedy carved in snow. Hot pheromones tremble into half-light. Dance with the wolf and your bear won't suffer. Pharaoh of desire, resound through the children of Gaia. Join her, form the choir of wild things. Vibration calls the soul. Vibration calls the soul.
You're listening to Spectrum On Air, the colourful voice of radio. Broadcasting live on SpectrumOnAir.com, Get Me Radio and Mixcloud Live. And never fear, if you've missed your favourite programme, just find our Listen Again service on Mixcloud.com. Spectrum On Air, putting the colour back into radio.
Thank you, the wonderful Mr. Steve Blacknell. Now, as you know, he is going to be joining us in April because we are going to be broadcasting The Waffle Show, the Waffle TV show on XPTV3. Now, if you've got an Amazon device, it doesn't matter what Amazon device that you've got, whether it's a Fire Stick, you'll be able to download the XPTV3 app and you'll be able to watch on your television via the app. Or you'll be able to listen on the radio because we are broadcasting simultaneously from April on the radio and on TV in your living room. How about that? Talk about technology. Our wonderful Mick Bannister has been pulling his hair out. He's just got back from a wonderful holiday in Thailand, and then he's had to nosedive straight in to programming and getting things organised. He's got a lot on his plate, Mick. And if you want to support the radio station, there is a link on our website, www.spectrumonair.com. You can support us there. We're all volunteers that work on the radio station, so every little bit of support goes a long way to help us support the emerging artists that you're listening to now on the radio and also on the TV in April. It costs us quite a bit to broadcast everything with all the licenses that we need, so every little bit of support is much appreciated. So what have I got for you in set 3? Well, Keith McLaughlin, who does our Irish music show, has got an album out, and this is one of the artists on that album. This is Annette Joy. She's going to take us a little journey on Irish rail. Just listen to the story that she's telling us in this track.
I booked my ticket online. I got the window seat. My name is written above, and there's room for my feet. The driver makes the announcement, and we're on our way. On Erin Road, Abram. Let's go off for the day. On Erin Road, Abram. On Irish rail. Conductor clicks my ticket as we pick up speed. The trolley's on its way now. Think I'll have some tea. Maybe a bar of chocolate. So many sights to see. On Erin Road, Abram. When you've got places to be. On Erin Road, Abram. On Irish rail. We see the names of the stations. First Irish, then English. I'm reaching my destination, filled with Ireland's wonders. As I travel the nation, disembark for my next adventure. On Erin Road, Abram. On Irish rail. On Erin Road, Abram. On Irish rail. On Erin Road, Abram. On Irish rail.
That was Annette Joy there with Irish Rail from Keith McLaughlin, our wonderful Irish music presenter. Now then, next up, Sabina Fostner is giving us a track called I Hope You're Okay. And do you know, this week, 3 friends of mine I've just learned have lost a parent. Carrie, across the road from me, Lou, just up the road from me, and Mick have all lost their mums and dads in the last 2 weeks. So my heart goes out to them. So all the way from New Zealand, I'm going to dedicate this track to you and just hope that you're all okay, having received that dreadful news. I know what grief is like, having lost my own mum in 2024. You never get over it. You learn to live with it, but it's always there. There's always a little missing jigsaw puzzle in your heart. So this is for you 3, and just to let you know that I am thinking about you, even though I am miles away.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I can get no sleep. I'm wondering if you're still awake, but you're fast asleep. you, I'll be tired in the morning. Why I'm still worrying when there's no need to worry. I hope you're okay. I hope everything is well with you. I worry about you instead of worrying about myself. I hope you're okay. I hope everything is well with you. I worry about you instead of worrying about myself. You can talk to me anytime, I'm here to listen. You can say anything you like, I'll keep it to myself. I'll do what I can to help, because you're my love, you can count on me. And I won't let you down, no, no. I hope you're okay. I hope everything is well with you. I worry about you instead of worrying about myself. I hope you're okay. I hope everything is well with you. I worry about you instead of worrying about myself. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I can get no sleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I can get no sleep. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I can get no sleep. Why I'm still worrying? Why I hope you're okay.
Mick, Kerry and Lou, that was one for you. That was a beautiful song from Sabina Fostner there. I hope you're okay, and I hope you three are holding up okay, and I look forward to seeing you when I get back. Next up, another track from Lydia Reddy, who I introduced you to last week. This is Just Be You, and why not? That's all you can ever be. Just be you.
Hey, 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 just be you. Don't let yourself be put down by what they say to you. Don't let your heart be broken, 'cause they don't have a clue. It may seem like the hardest thing to do, but just be you. You need to raise some spirits, you can tell. So just be yourself. You rise, you fall, you own the throne. Don't try and be another clone. Push the copies out of you and just be you. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, just be you. Hey, 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 yeah, just be you. You don't wanna be a broken melody. Don't listen to the noise. nothing to do but just be you. You need to raise some spirits, you can tell, so just be yourself. You rise, you fall, you on the throne. Don't try and be another clone. Push the copies out of you and just be you.
Was Lydia Reddy there with Just Be You. Next up is a husband and wife track. This was sent in to me by the wonderful Gary Rocket. Hello Gary, I hope you're tuning into the show and I hope you're enjoying it so far. I've got lots of music from Gary to share with you, but this is one track that he wanted to share with you and with me. This is Chris Mainfield and Alice Mainfield, and this is Wild at Heart, and I think you're going to like this.
Cold and damp, and the sun hasn't shone for a long time. It's been this cold for many days now, and I need your love so much. Not a day goes by without thinking of you. I only want you all to myself. Only with you do I feel comfortable. Please let it always be this way. Without warning in the middle of the night. Love is calling without warning in the middle of the night. Beside you, the day is like a breeze. I've never laughed so much with anyone, never have we thought so much together. Let's rediscover our love again and again, day and night. The deep feeling we both feel allows us to overcome all boundaries. Without
Brand new for 2026, that was Chris Mainfield and Alice Mainfield there with Wild at Heart. New artist for you next, Peter Foldy. Now, we all love our Sunday afternoons, don't we? I don't know about you, but ours always involves a trip to the local pub, meeting all our friends there, having a good old chinwag and a good old laugh. Then we come home and we either have a roasty dinner and then we snuggle down front of the settee to watch Antiques Roadshow. I love lots of relics. I'm probably one myself, but there you go. And Sunday afternoons are always something to be celebrated. Well, that's exactly what Peter Foldy is doing. He's celebrating Sunday afternoon.
I really love my Sunday afternoons. I really love my Sunday afternoons. Sunday afternoon, listening to those old 1960s tunes. I really hope this day doesn't end too soon. I like being here with you. Baby, I do. Walking in the sand. I hope that you are mine if I take your hand. Let's go to the grandstand and catch our band. This feels like a dream come true. Just me and you. Waiting for the fireworks to light up the sky. People say it's something to see. Every day with you feels like the 4th of July. Open up your heart, I think you'll like it. Sunday afternoon, dancing to those old 1960s tunes. I really hope this day doesn't end too soon. I like being here with you. Baby, I do. Rain clouds in the sky, hoping that the storm's gonna pass us by. They promised us a warm, hazy, sunny July, perfect for me and you. Baby, it's true. I really love my Sunday afternoons. I really love my Sunday afternoons. I really love my Sunday afternoons. I really love my Sunday afternoons.
That was a lovely track from Peter Foldy, Sunday afternoon. Peter's also a director of films. You can find him on Spotify and you'll also find him on Facebook. Now, next up, this young lady, Johanna Linnea Jacobsen. This is her track from her album Don't Overthink It. This is Out of My Mind. What I love about this artist is that she has made her voice very much a distinctive instrument in her tracks. They almost become an instrument, but I can't describe it because you'll get what I mean when you listen to the track. Her voice almost becomes an instrument, a jazz instrument within the track. Just listen to this as we get ready for set 4, which is, unbelievably, the last set.
Over time, lost my mind. I'm taking off just to bring it back down. Lonely nights, lonely eyes on the lookout for someone. Look for someone to guide me back home. 'Cause I know I've been running, and I know where I've gone. I just don't know if I got it, or if I ever did at all. Think all those times where I just lie and try to make sense of it all. Wish I could travel back in time, but no one travels back in time. Yeah, I know you've been running, and I know what you've done. I just don't know if you got it, or if you ever did at all. And I know what we've done. And even if you think you lost it, you might just go and get it all. Go and get it all. Go and get it all.
You know, I've got it. If a saxophone could speak, I think that's what it would sound like. That's what Johanna Linnea Jacobsen sounds like to me. That was from her album Don't Overthink It, and that was her track Out of Mind. What a brilliant track that was too. Now then, let's get that cup of tea, that cup of coffee, that glass of wine, or a pint of ale as we dive into the last set. Okay, so we're diving in to set 4 with Kim Lunner. This is from the album Neon Skies, and this is Edge of the World, which is where I feel I am right now.
We were made for night like this. Electric spark.
Very distinctive vocals there from Kim Lunner. That was from the album Neon Skies, and that was Edge of the World. Future Analog from the album Hope Volume 2 is next with Second Chances. You know, I've watched the rise of Future Analog over the last few years, and I still think they're going up, up, up and up, so they are definitely one for you to watch. The amazing Future Analog there from the album Hope Volume 2. That was Second Chances. Next up is Miami Nights 1984 from the album Cosmopolis. This is Dividends, and I think you're going to like this too. It's definitely one to drive to in my little beastie. was the beautiful Miami Nights 1984 there with Dividends from the album Cosmopolis. Next up is a new artist for you, and I think you're going to like this artist, and you're certainly going to be wanting to follow. Now in English, the artist's name is Head Over Heels, but that's a Norwegian artist, Zukrasverbelit, and this is his track Way Too Hot. I think you're going to love this. Apologise if I haven't pronounced that properly, but my Norwegian isn't very good. But that was Zukrasverbelit with Way Too Hot. I really enjoyed that, and I'm looking forward to hearing more. Next up is Alfa Romeo. This is from the album Soft Collapse, so it's an instrumental for you to get lost into. It's called 1999, and what a year 1999 was as well. Very memorable at the end of the year, and especially New Year's Day. So let's go on a journey with Alfa Romeo with 1999.
Major side DC on Santa.
Okay, my dad would make me sign a contract for everything. So this is the contract that my dad and I both signed to receive This was one of my Christmas presents in 1999. What a nice dad. I found all the cards I wrote him. This looks like Chloe's writing. Took your Barbie PJs. Writing, call me your mommy.
Wonderful instrumentation there from Alpha Romeo from the album Soft Collapse. That was 1999. So before I introduce the last track, I'm going to say thank you so much for listening to me tonight. Thank you so much to all you wonderful artists for submitting your music for the show. Don't forget you can go to the website www.spectrumonair.com and submit your music. The show is also being aired on My Indie Radio on Fridays at 4 p.m. CET time and 10 a.m. on EST time. So if you haven't managed to catch up with the show this week or haven't managed to listen to it on Mixcloud, you can go and listen to it on My Indie Radio as well. Now then, the last track I'm going to share with you is a new artist for you. This is D Feet, and it's stylized as D:\fe.at, and they are a UK-based EDM dark electro duo. Anthony Matthews on vocals and lyrics and Gary Walker on synth music production. Musically, Defeat are a hybrid of Nitsa Ebb, Nin, Depeche Mode and early Gary Newman, building dark electro soundscapes to lose yourself in. This is their track, Illusions. I've got one more show, the 21st of February to record, and then I think Lord Duncan of the Folly and Paul are going to take you on a journey on the 28th and the first one in March until I'm back on the 8th of March. So one more to go. I'm really not used to doing this in advance, and it kind of blows your brain a little bit trying to keep on track of it. But so I'm going to say good night, God bless from me this week as we play out To Defeat with Illusions from the album Illusions, and I'll be sharing more in the coming weeks of this artist for you. So take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see you for the 21st, and I'll tell you where I am in the world.
It's a matter of time. Another
a